Actually, a week prior to this, my chacha, he was not feeling well because my chacha's name is Kaju. So when my mother called me and she told me कि ऐसा ऐसा एम्स में हुआ है, I thought it's a rumor and somebody must have mixed them up. We are very thankful to the Prime Minister of India, Shri Modi ji. He was constantly in touch from that moment onwards till the last day. That even the Chief Minister of UP, Yogi ji. One person I'm extremely, specially from my heart thankful to is Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji, Amitabh Bachchan uncle, because it's not even an exaggeration. He was in touch with us every single day from that day one onwards till the last day. I mean, he had a health condition previously also. He loved gymming, and one can't blame the gym for this.
Hi Antara, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
We are here, of course, to talk to you about your dad and, of course, to talk to you about yourself. And if I was to ask you right in the beginning, your earliest memories about your dad, Raju Srivastava.
Earliest memories, I remember that since my brother Ayushman and I, since we were children, our father would make sure that he takes us out to various places and we explore a lot of places. He had this attitude of exploration, and we were kids, but he liked to throw challenges at us. So he would take us out to all kinds of restaurants we had visited in our area, all kinds of movie theaters we had been at least once. All of the movies, he made it a point that we have to watch a movie, every week or every 2 weeks. That had to be done. So, and he would try and throw challenges at us, and he would make us give us confidence basically to face challenges. Like I was a kid, I remember I must be around 8, 9 years old or something, and those days we did not have cell phones so handy, and especially a kid of that age wouldn't have it. He randomly one day decided to send me to the bank, which is considerably far away for a kid of that age, and jao chal ke jao, walk karke, and take this right, take that left, go to the bank, aisa aisa bolo, ye baat karo, and that's how you deal with the people there. So he kept training us subconsciously, and he kept making us stronger, confident, and wiser as per our age. So those are the kind of memories I have. And of course, he was a very disciplined person. Like he was a strict father, very disciplined, very focused on his goals. He would literally every day he had a new list ready. Like he would sit down with his notepad and pen, and every day he would make a list. Ki aaj kya karna hai, number one, number two, number three, and everything had to be striked out at the end of the day. And that dedication was extraordinary. I mean, I've tried listing many times, but after a few days, I either let go of it or something happens. But he made sure that he maintains that list and he follows the bullet points that he's mentioned on it. Very focused on his goals. And he also made us a go-getter. He would push us to do things. Like he's like, Sharmao nahi, go and talk to people. ऐसे बोल दो जाके, जाओ बात करो जाके, खुल के. Don't be conscious or don't be scared in a very unknown or strange circumstances, because I think in his struggling days he has also gone through all of that. When he's come out of Kanpur, not a very well-to-do family and a very huge family. So my grandmother, she had to take care of all the kids. My grandfather, they were not really rich. So it was a struggle for him, and when he came to Bombay, he came across a lot of situations where he had to fight for himself. Basically, he had to go out there, present himself, prove his worth, and that requires you to be an extrovert, to go out, talk to people, and be confident. So since he had gone through all of that, he tried to instill those values in us also.
Was he a strict father? Like when it came to you,
Yes.
Okay, घर पर इतने बजे आना है.
For my brother also, not just for me. He was a strict father for both of us. And my brother and I, we both were not allowed to go out for too late. And like I said, he was very connected to his roots. Kanpur and UP ness had not left him. He carried it with him all his life. So he did not want us to become those typical brats that you see out there, kids who just splurging money and just living their life and partying all night. He did not let us become those kind of kids. We are very particular, very conscious of where we are spending, what are we doing. So yes, that was because he was strict. He was disciplined with us also, not just with himself. He was disciplined with us also. कि अच्छा ठीक है, इतने बजे you have to be home. No partying, no spending on random things, which has kept us in touch with reality. Actually, my
Hmm.
brother and I, it has kept us in touch with reality. We are not living in that limited circle of people in metro cities. How you have this club and then you're just part of that, and you don't know what's actually happening out in the world. He
Right.
kept us in touch with
Was he a strict father when it came to your grades in schools like
that.
marks, etc.?
No, so he had this quirkiness or this weirdness that you would call it, thoda atrangi pana in him, which is why he became what he became, I think. uh, he he did not worry too much about studies. वो पेरेंट्स जिन बातों पे स्ट्रिक्ट होते थे रेगुलर, वो उन पे नहीं स्ट्रिक्ट होते थे. He used to be strict on other things. So when it came to marks and studies, he would be like, ज्यादा मार्क्स मत ले आना, अरे बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ाई मत करो. So whenever we would come back after giving our exams in school, we would come back home. So usually parents ask you कि कैसा गया पेपर, how many marks are you getting. He used to ask us उल्टा, ज्यादा अच्छा तो नहीं हो गया पेपर, बहुत ज्यादा मार्क्स तो नहीं आ जाएंगे. तो मतलब टेक इट इजी, आराम से. और जब जब पढ़ाई करते तो उल्टा मना करते थे कि यार इतना मत पढ़ाई करो. सो ही यूज्ड टू लाइक throwing opposite unexpected situations at us. कि अरे यार मतलब यूजुअली पेरेंट्स टेल यू टू स्टडी एंड ये बिल्कुल रिलैक्स्ड है. But that did not stop us from studying, obviously. We were those kind of kids who would still, because of my mother on the other hand, we would still study, want to study. So marks and grades and studies, he was like, okay, just be good enough. Don't stress yourself over it, because there are other real practical things in life that are going on around you.
Hmm. So when it comes to performances, which performance would you rate as his best? I know there are several, but if you were to put your hand on one,
Oh my God. That's the most difficult question out of all your questions. Because every performance that he especially performed on the Great Indian Laughter Challenge, I was a kid at that point, but his comedy was such that it could relate to kids my age also, not just adults. But even I, as a kid, could exactly understand what is he saying, because हम बच्चे भी वो सब चीजें देखते रहते हैं. So if we go
hmm,
to a like, I like his performance of जो वो शादी हो रही है यूपी के घर में. यूपी में एक घर में शादी हो रही है, एंड how are the family members reacting, how are they behaving, because all of that is so real that even as kids one can feel कि हाँ ऐसे करते हैं फूफा जी, ऐसे करते हैं मौसी जी, या this is how these relatives behave. So that is one spot on performance. Then I feel the Sholay one, which is his most hit
yeah,
item, comedy item. कि शोले, गजोधर भैया शोले देख के आए हैं और वो शोले की कहानी सुना रहे हैं. मतलब ही मेड अ कॉमेडी पीस ऑन फिल्म रिव्यूइंग इन दोस टाइम्स. अब आज जाके फिल्म रिव्यूइंग हैज बिकम अ थिंग इन इंडिया. वो उस टाइम पे उन्होंने गांव के सेटअप में दिखाया कि कैसे स्टोरी टेलिंग होती है. सो दैट एसेंस ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग is what drives us human beings, and he made a comedy item out of it, which was, it just blew everybody's mind away, and mine too.
yeah. So how many shows?
Also one mention, just one mention of one more of this comedy item. Of course, I can go on and on. So I remember when I like this bit of the local trains also in Mumbai, where
Hmm.
वो local train की कहानी बता रहे हैं, कैसे local train में लोग travel करते हैं, and how are the local trains behaving. So he used to personify the objects also. कि
Hmm.
लोकल ट्रेन अभी नहाई धोई चली आ रही है, नई नई बाल संभाल के और ऐसे आके खड़ी हो गई, और अब लोग उसमें ऐसे से. सो ही इज पर्सोनिफाइंग द ऑब्जेक्ट्स आल्सो, लाइक लाइट बल्ब ऐसे जलता है, ऐसे मुंह करता है. दिवाली की जो लड़ियां होती हैं वो ऐसे चकमक चकमक करती हैं. सो एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट वाज अ पर्सन अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम. Every object has a face, and that is one quality which I don't think, honestly, many comedians have it in them.
That was
So I
remarkable.
remember
Yeah, that was remarkable. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the local train one, what happened? I used to enjoy his piece in the laughter challenge and all his performances when I was a kid. Then when I came into my teens, I went to college. And I went by local train. I decided to go by local train, and my father was very proud of it. कि हाँ तुम local से चलो, गाड़ी वाड़ी क्या है, walk as much as you can, take train. And I did it willingly also. I was happy that he likes it, and even I wanted to explore and experience it. So my junior college, I went in local train, and that was the first time when I actually could relate exact jokes that he had cracked with my experiences. तब मुझे उस दिन हिट हुआ कि अरे बाप रे, दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ डिटेल ऑब्जर्वेशन दैट ही गोज इनटू, बिकॉज उनका जोक था कि जब ट्रेन खाली जाती है तो वो जो हैंडल्स हैं जिससे पैसेंजर्स खड़े होते हैं वो ऐसे 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 से झूमते हैं.
Yeah.
So as a joke, when you listen to it, you find it funny. But when I saw it with my own eyes, I actually saw those handles going like this, swaying, dancing happily when the train is empty. A fast train जा रही है. That was my moment.
Was he a very gym person? Too many workouts?
I'm sorry.
Was he a very gym person? Too many workouts, etc.?
Acha, gym. Oh, yes. Like I mentioned, he was very disciplined, very particular about his physical fitness, very conscious of it. Um, for the past, I think, more than around 10-15 years, for the past 10-15 years at least that I have known, he's been going to the gym every day or every alternate day, max. Not more than that. There won't be a gap of more than 2 days, 1 days between his gym sessions. Every alternate day, can you believe it? He's not skipped a single day that way. He used to go onto his treadmill, regularly work out. In fact, he was a major motivation and inspiration for all the family members around also. कि अरे देखो, he's doing it every day, and he used to push everybody कि जाओ उठो, get up, don't keep lying on the couch, जाओ gym करो, move your body, work out, be fit, appear fit. Even if he's gone to some remote village or some small town for a performance or whatever work, वो जिम गाड़ी से आधा आधा घंटा जिम ढूंढ ढूंढ के जिम छुट्टी में खुलवा खुलवा के used to go and work out. He was that particular about it. So actually, this incident that happened, it was not, you can't blame the gym entirely for whatever happened to my father, because I mean, he had a health condition previously also. So it just, by chance, it so happened that वो gym करते करते ऐसा ऐसा हो गया उनके साथ. But he loved gymming, and one can't blame the gym for this.
So after his heart condition, had he lessened his gym?
Yeah, like I said earlier, he used to do every day, and then he had started doing alternate days. And then he had reduced his time duration also.
I'm sorry to ask you this, but Antara, what was the last time that you spoke to him?
Actually, in our day-to-day life, we don't really ever know when is the last time going to be. So it was a daily routine for us, meeting, talking every day. So there was no particular moment कि अच्छा अब ऐसा है या वैसा है. So there's, I don't really exactly remember, because it was just normal for us, and then just one day it happened. Also, he was out of town for the last 10 days.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
what I'm asking you.
Yeah, so a day after my birthday, he had shot for the Laughter Champion, which was shot this year in 2022, with all the new contestants, and he had performed as a special guest. So that shoot was a day after my birthday. So we had celebrated my birthday. Next day, he shot for it. He came back in the evening, and he was sharing with us what are the kind of jokes he had performed there. अच्छा ये jokes किए हैं, ऐसे किए, वैसे किए. So we had a discussion over that, and a few days after that, he left for. So he used to occasionally go on a lot of tours, a lot of multi-city tours. Like at once he's left Mumbai, he'll go to one city, to second, third, fourth, and then come back. So it was a routine for him. So for us also, it was a normal thing. Okay, now he's gone to Udaipur, and from there some other city, and then from there Delhi. That was the plan. So this is how it happened. He just left for his city tours.
And where exactly were you when the tragedy happened? I mean, where exactly were you? And how did you learn about
My
it?
mother, my brother, Ayushman, and I, we were in Mumbai as always. This is how our routine was that dad would occasionally be on tours and we would be at home in Mumbai. Uh, I was going for some work. I was on the way. It was around, I think, 12 p.m. I had a meeting somewhere. And while I was on the way, my mother called me and she told me that such and such thing has happened. So actually, a week prior to this, or a month prior to this, my chacha, my father's younger brother, who's based in Kanpur, he was not feeling well. He had fainted due to some reason. He went and showed to the hospital there, and they told him that they referred him to AIMS, saying that आपके brain में कुछ problem है, tumor जैसा कुछ है, fluid कुछ इकट्ठा हो रहा है. There's some technical medical thing that they mentioned, and they said, "आप please you go to AIMS immediately." They referred him to AIMS Delhi. So my father was in Delhi, and he had planned it for him that he was talking to the staff and doctors at AIMS, trying to fix up his surgery. So on that day, my chacha's surgery was supposed to take place at 9 a.m. at AIMS Delhi, which my father had only arranged for him through a neuro doctor. And so when my mother called me and she told me कि ऐसा ऐसा AIMS में हुआ है, so I thought it's a rumor, because since people, when people tend to see you as a celebrity, they see you at a certain place, they speculate and they come up with rumors. And since my father had been visiting AIMS for my chacha, for my uncle, I thought it's a rumor. And I told her, Mama, chacha admit हुए हैं, चाचा की तबीयत खराब है, उनको issues हैं, somebody must have mixed them up, because my chacha's name is Kaju, and the names are also very similar sounding, my father's and Kaju. तो मुझे लगा कि वो रूमर हो गया मिक्सअप. तो शी सेड नहीं, मुझे भी पहले यही लगा कि मिक्सअप हुआ है, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाट माय मॉम आल्सो टोल्ड द पर्सन हु हैड इन्फॉर्म्ड हर कि नहीं 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 वो तो चाचा एडमिट है. बट देन दे टोल्ड हर, देन शी सेड कि नहीं, उन्होंने बोला है कि ट्रेडमिल करते करते उनकी तबीयत खराब हुई है. दैट्स व्हेन आई न्यू कि अच्छा दिस इज हिम, दिस इज नॉट समथिंग एल्स. एंड दैट्स व्हेन of course I left my work halfway and I rushed back home, and then we immediately started to book tickets.
But
That's the earliest flight possible.
but you knew on the phone call only that dad has passed away.
I'm talking about 10th August. This is 10th August that I'm talking about. This is the day when he fell down from the treadmill, when he got the cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
And he fainted on the treadmill.
Was
He
there
passed away. I was in the hospital.
yeah
I was there. We were there for 2 months
yeah
in the
that
hospital. Yeah.
was there any discomfort initially before I mean he collapsed after the workout उन दिनों में एक week पहले 2 week पहले was there any discomfort to his health?
Nothing that you would really consider significant. There was a little discomfort, but all of these years he had health conditions for a long time, and there was nothing with him physically or in any way. So there was slight discomfort, but at that point it was not something that you would consider very significant. Such small discomforts or anything keeps happening to us. But of course, later is when we realize that we should immediately act on whatever our body is telling us. While he was admitted in AIMS, there were a lot of people who supported us. A lot of, of course, we had our family, friends, relatives as our strongest pillar of support who was standing behind us all the time. That was definitely there. Apart from family and friends, we had a lot of fans who came out to support him, and we're very thankful to them, be it on social media, be it on phone calls, be it on emails. Even there were a lot of people whom we did not know flew in from different cities, flew in from Mumbai, from Pune, from random places. We do not know them. दूर दूर से ड्राइव कर करके दिल्ली चले आ रहे थे. आके सिर्फ बोलते थे कि we just want to stay here for some time and pray for him. That's the kind of magic the fans have in them, कि मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए आ जाएंगे जब जरूरत पड़ती है तो. So we're very thankful to those unknown people also who become very close to us in our hearts now. Apart from them, apart from all the fans and well-wishers, we are very thankful to the Prime Minister of India, Shri Modi ji. He was immediately in touch with my mother. He was constantly in touch from that moment onwards till the last day. And due to him, a lot of things were, of course, uh, eased out for us. I'm very thankful to him for that. Even the Chief Minister of UP, uh, Yogi ji, he was constantly in touch. His men were always in touch with us. They would visit us, regularly, and make sure that we are all taken care of. Because when you're in such a situation, there are so many things that one has to take care of. Ki you can't manage so much, but they were there. The deputy chief ministers of UP as well, Shri Brijesh Pathak ji and Shri Keshav Prasad Maurya ji, they were there for us constantly. They're close friends of my father also. Uh, I'm glad that I'm really thankful to all of them that they stood by us. Shri Rajnath Singh ji, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, and Dr. Harshvardhan. These three people were constantly in touch with us. They were our strongest pillars. And I am not taking these names of political figures just because of my father's political affiliations. But regardless of the political parties, because the kind of comedy he did, he broke all barriers and boundaries. He was not specific to any one place or one party. He was loved by all the politicians, everybody, regardless of which ideology or party they follow. Lalu Yadav ji is a fan of my father. That's such an honor. Be it any party, I don't want to take names of parties, but a lot of them. केजरीवाल जी का condolence हमको letter आया था. He also supported us. Even Maharashtra, all of these people. So, and apart from politics, of course, from the industry as well, from the entertainment industry as well, a lot of people stood by us. One person I'm extremely, specially from my heart thankful to is Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji, uncle, Amitabh Bachchan uncle, because he was in touch with us every single day. It's not even an exaggeration. He was in touch with us every single day from that day one onwards till the last day. It's not a small thing. It's a very big thing for a person of his status to take out time and be in touch with us. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि when we need strength and support, and then the universe or God, they just create sources for you. So this is what happened, because उनका मिलने से और इतने लोगों का सपोर्ट मिलने से, और स्पेशली बच्चन सर का, जिनको पापा ने पूरे लाइफ आइडलाइज किया है, he's looked up to him, he became what he is because of him. उनका सपोर्ट आना was a very emotional for all of us. That really made us very strong. He gave us a lot of strength just by being there for us. There were a lot of people like this from the industry. I can't keep on taking names, it will be too long, these people. Kapil Sharma ji, he gave a tribute to my father on his show, the Kapil Sharma show, 2 episodes. Very thankful to him for that. Extremely thankful for remembering my father. Johnny Lever uncle, he was always in touch with us constantly. He was constantly praying. दिन में उनके 4 calls आते थे मम्मी को. Not exaggerating all of this. This actually happened. When you need it the most, you know these people are there for you. Apart from this, the viral fever, TVF. So my father's last shooting this year was with TVF. He had done a guest appearance on one of their shows. So Arunab Kumar ji, Shreyansh Pandey, these guys had arranged a screening for us, like a tribute screening for my father, where the entire cast and crew and all of us were hosted. Screening of that episode where my father appeared as guest appearance, and that episode is really worth a watch for the bits of my father, because अनजाने में जो डायलॉग्स उन्होंने बोले हैं, जो चीजें उन्होंने बोली हैं, वो इतना ज्यादा मैच हो जाती हैं, because he is really talking about life and death in that. Who would have thought at that point? He's actually talking about कब मिलेंगे नहीं मिलेंगे, on those lines. So watching that was very emotional. Apart from this, we're very thankful to TVF for this. Apart from this, Lucknow Mayor, Mrs. Sanyukta Bhatia, she has named a four-way crossroad in an area called Rajajipuram in Lucknow after my father. In Kanpur also, they are naming a garden after him. We're thankful to all of these people for the kind of honor and recognition and support that they've given us. This is what I just wanted to convey at the end.
I think it is fantastic. All the names that you, whatever, I mean, all that Modi ji did, all that uh, Rajnath ji did, Yogi ji did, Piyush
Even
Goyal
Kiran,
did, and each one
Kiran
of them,
Rijiju has he's been very good friend. Yeah.
and Mr. Bachchan, and each one of
Yes.
you that, and each one that you mentioned, each person that you mentioned, I mean, hats off to them for being there for you. And also, it shows that, you know, what a great man your father was. And we have lost a
Yes.
national treasure. We have lost a national treasure.
Yeah. We feel Ayush and I. We feel very fortunate that uh, he is our father, and I mean the kind of life he has left behind for us. We are very. It's a blessing that he is our father. Basically, we are very thankful.
अंतरा आप क्या कर रहे हैं आजकल मतलब what are you doing? What is Ayushman doing?
So I am an assistant director, and I have been an associate producer also on a feature film. The feature film is called Vodka Diaries. Uh, we had actors like KK Menon sir, Raima Sen, Mandira Vediji, Sharib Hashmi on the
Yeah.
film. It released theatrically and in 2018, and then now it's available on Amazon Prime as well. So I was an associate producer on that. It's directed by my cousin actually, Mr. Kushal Srivastava. Apart from that, I have assisted on a lot of ad films with him. We've done a lot of ad films for various brands, music videos. We've also made a few short films. There was one short film which featured Kalki Kochlin. It was nominated for Filmfare Awards, Filmfare Short Film Awards. We've done recently a short film with Shreyas Talpade as well. Now I'm working on a web series as an assistant director only. Yes, that web series is in works right now. My brother, apart from this, I've also assisted Mr. JP Datta on his recent film called Paltan, which was a wonderful experience. It was a war film, getting into the actual war.
Yeah.
My brother Ayushman, he is a musician. He's a sitar player. He's learning sitar as of now from Mr. Pandit Niladri Kumar. Um, yes. He also keeps performing with Mr. Kailash Kherji's bands that he has introduced, the new bands that he's introduced. He's performing with them as well.
So your aim is to become a full-fledged director in Bollywood.
Yes, a director or a producer as of now. I'm still on my way. Yeah.
That's interesting. And I wish you all the best. And
Thank you so
Ayushman
much.
too. And please convey my regards to your mother. And I once again thank you for joining this interview.
Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.